Hey guys, how are you? Can you hear me?
Good, good morning. How are you? I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too. Okay, did you guys check your mail?
Ye-
Yes, Rahul.
yes,
Okay,
yes, I recently checked.
okay. What I'm going to do is, with the recording of today's session, I'm going to send the recording of all the sessions together. You will have
Okay.
it together. Yeah, maybe
Mhm.
today in the daytime, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe tonight. By tonight, you will get it.
Okay.
And I'm going to schedule the next call also, maybe by today or by tomorrow. All right.
Okay.
So, guys, let's start our session. So, guys, do you have any doubt, any confusion, any clarification you need?
Okay, Rahul. So I went through the challenges and consideration during automation. So couple of
Mm-hmm.
things right over there. I just
Mm-hmm.
went through it in the morning. So sorry,
Mm-hmm.
didn't dig deep into it. So
Mm-hmm.
what I want to know is this: when we are automating the data, so there are some
Mm-hmm.
challenges which we face is in change management, data
Mm-hmm.
security, integration
Mm-hmm.
complexity. So,
Mm-hmm.
if you could elaborate more about this, that will be great.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
And one thing more,
Mm-hmm.
business process model and notation BPM, and we need to go to the more deep in this topic because it's a very, I think it's very complicated.
See, I learned it for around 7 months. I studied for 7 months in my
Yeah.
curriculum. So
Mm-hmm.
I go through, I learned it from there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my thing is, whatever the
Mm-hmm.
basic portion that is covered, the conceptual part is covered, though it's not enough. But yes, to begin with, that is enough. Now,
Oh,
what do you
okay.
mean by that? I mean is, I already shared you one document. I don't know whether you have done it or not. So if you go through that document, you will come to know the basics, more basics. I
Okay.
mean, the fundamental part, what is notation,
Mm-hmm.
everything you will come to know.
Okay.
Now, the thing is, please go through that document. If you have any further doubt, any further clarification, obviously I'm there. I will take another session to clarify all those things. Even I can organize another extra session so that we will go through this BPMN by a single session. So that can be covered.
Okay.
There is no issue about it.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is every day I will search through internet, or I will search through my community. If I have any document, if I have anything like that which will help you guys, I will share those things to you. Maybe the author may not be me. This document is something like that. It's a shared document, of course. I prepared some of the
Okay.
documents. The document is prepared by someone, some part of it. So it's a shared document. It's not I am the author of it, but yes, I will share it with you so that you will have a better idea about, not only for this BPM and all, but
Mm-hmm.
throughout the whole scenario, you will get a proper guideline. So I will share those documents to you. Don't worry about it. And
Okay.
by the time, as you guys shared in the first session, if you want to go through any of the Googling or any of the YouTube videos, obviously you are most welcome. From through that, if you go through that and if you find some difficulties, please let me know.
Mm-hmm.
I am always there and I will happy to answer that, because whenever you're asking any uncomfortable questions, it keeps me thinking like, okay, now I have to answer something different. So it's giving me that opportunity to think differently. So that is why I'm asking you guys, please keep asking me questions so that so that I can learn also from you. The same way, the client, it's like a learning process for you also. So your client will keep asking you lots of questions, right? So your client, as well as at the same time, your team is also going to ask you lots of questions whenever it's coming to the requirement gathering and all. So today we will go through the requirement gathering, the types of requirement gathering, what is requirement gathering, how many types of requirements are there. We will go through that in detail. Don't worry about it. But yes, so these are the things you have to keep in mind. At the same time, whenever you are asking questions, it's a good habit, to be honest, because it's a benefit for both of us. All right, let's share my screen without wasting further time. All right, let me know if it is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
All right, now you asked me one question like, what are the challenges? See, okay, let me tell you from the history perspective. Okay, so now tell me, now I don't know whether I already described this story with you or not. Now, see, the thing is, this business analyst profile was not there from the beginning of any industry. Okay, initially it was developed for IT industry, and later on you can see there are lots of industry, even almost every industry there is a business analyst. So the thing is, why we need a business analyst? Because there is a problem, right? We need to
Yes.
resolve a problem. That is why this profile is there. So what is the problem? The problem is with the project execution. Clients or maybe companies are investing money. They are doing everything. They are hiring resources. They are doing everything in terms of project management, project execution, everything. But in the end of the day, whatever their revenue plan is, let's suppose they're planning around 100 bucks. But end of the day, it's coming around 30, 40, or 50 bucks. Why? So when they're asking why, they find out, okay, there are lots of problem that is happening. There is misaligned with the requirement. There is miscommunication with the client. So we need a person to take care of this kind of thing so that, let's suppose we are planning for 100 bucks revenue. It may not be 100 bucks, but it may not be less than 80 bucks, right? We cannot consider whenever we are planning for 100 bucks, we cannot consider if the revenue is less than 80. Make sense? So that is why,
Yes.
yes, that is why there is a profile called business analyst. Now, what are the challenges? The challenges is from day one till the end of the project. There are lots of challenges that a business analyst is going to be faced. From the requirement gathering sessions, from the documentation sessions, next session will be the documentation sessions. From the project execution sessions, everywhere is challenges. Okay, let's discuss from today's session what is the challenge. Okay, now let's suppose two of you my clients. Okay, okay, let's suppose person A is responsible for another project. Person B is a client of mine for another project. Fine. So now I'm gathering my requirement from person A. Now, as I'm working with person A for let's suppose 3 months, so I know person A quite a bit well because I'm working with him maybe for 3 months, long 3 months. Every day I'm communicating with him. I know quite a bit. But in the opposite hand, person B, who is my new client, that client is not, I mean, that client is not, he's not speaking that too much. I have to inquire him lots of time. He's not responsive over emails. So I am struggling a bit because whenever I need something, he's not there. So I have to wait a lot. I have to wait a lot. Make sense?
Yes.
It's a general challenge. End of the day, every person is not same. Every client is not going to be the same. Some client will be good, some client will be better, some client will be worst. Okay, I have experience of handling every client, so I can easily judge from the lookout like how the client is going to be. So I am behaving with the client in the same manner. Sometimes there are some general rules that I used to follow, that I cannot deviate from the standard practice. I will let you know what are the standard practice in terms of documentations. All we will cover in today's session only, don't worry about it. But yes, you have to develop this quality. Of course, it's not going to be there from day one. Of course, it's there. But the challenge is you have to develop a quality, like you have to deal with your client. At the same time, you have to judge them how the client is going to be through their body language, what they want to mean. Sometimes client is unhappy with you, but you need to know why the client is unhappy. Of course, you are not mind reader or you can judge their mind or something like that. Don't be judgmental, by the way. But you need to know by through your communication, like what is your problem. I am here to cater all of your issues. So this kind of challenges a business analyst is going to face whenever a business analyst is going to go through requirement gathering. Next is documentations. Documentations is a huge problem. So let's suppose I'm preparing a document. May not be it's good for person A. Maybe it's good for person B. So it's a very much difficult to cater everyone, right? So that is why we need a generalized language. The language name is BPMN that we discussed in the previous session. So BPMN is the common language between everyone. Of course, it's not kind of a language, it's just a diagram through which you can express the whatever the process is. Okay, let's suppose I need to explain what I'm going to do next Sunday from the beginning of the day till the end, till the bed. I mean, bed to bed, I have to write down a paragraph for you. So maybe you guys are not interested, you are not going to go through that paragraph. But if I represent by a simple chart, you are not going to go through that document, but if you run your eye over there, you can easily understand what I'm trying to say. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So these are the challenges that every business analyst is going to be faced for every step. Okay, whenever you are in your team, there will be lots of conflicts. Conflict between peers, conflict between you and your another colleague, conflict between senior and junior. There are lots of things you have to manage. So every step, there will be new challenges, new things. So yes, day by day, whenever we will go through a single step, we will discuss what are the challenges are there and how to deal with those things. Make sense? Any doubt, questions?
Yeah, that's it. So Rahul,
No.
so this comes under change management, the which one you discussed right now.
See, change management is a different thing. I will cover it in by taking a single session
Okay. So
because
when we
yeah,
when we
yeah.
when I went through these challenges, so the only
Mm-hmm,
thing struck in my mind is what could these change management and data security be? Because when we are automating things, so
mm-hmm.
like when we are automating, these are the things which we have to consider for its success
See,
of that
change
implementation.
management is a very important thing. Let me tell you why. Why I'm going to take a single session, why I'm not discussing a detail about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because change management is a revenue generating process.
Okay.
Okay. Let me tell you why. I'm let's not suppose this is a practical scenario. I'm
Mm-hmm.
working into a system. Okay. So I'm working in the system from the beginning. But whenever I was gathering the requirement, I was pretty much sure. So there is some missing link, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's
Okay.
suppose, do you know how to cook khichdi?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So we need rice, we need dal, and all those things, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I don't know how to cook khichdi, but you are telling me, Rahul, you need to bring some rice and you need to cook them. But I know I need dal for that, and you are not suggesting me to bring dal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know there is a missing thing, but I am not suggesting you to do it from the beginning part. At the midway of the project, business analyst is going to tell you, see, right now I am facing some missing thing in the requirement or missing thing in the workflow. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm suggesting this. So can you please tell me what is that? Because by the time requirement is fixed.
Oh, okay.
So this is a revenue generating process. You are pushing your client to change the requirement, to change the thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is a change management process through which your company is going to generate some business. Remember, in the first session, I told you companies are expecting some business from you.
Got
Of
it.
course, of course, you are going to deliver a quality product. You are going to deliver your 100%. That is understood. That is
Mm-hmm.
acceptable. So beyond that, what is what is the expectation? More expectations. That is the expectations. Companies are not expecting from you that
Mm-hmm.
you need to go through door to door. You need to sell your product. No, don't need to do that. You are a business analyst. You are more than capable of doing things. You need to cover all those things by that. Make sense?
So, if I say what I got from your explanation is So change management is something when a client has laid out his requirements, you
Mm-hmm.
feel as a business analyst, you feel something is missing. There's a missing link.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, you are going to ask the client to put a new request, change request
Yes.
that brings in
Yes.
revenue to
See,
the company also.
see, the thing is,
Mhm,
see why this change management thing is there. So change management things, you have to manage your changes. You have to manage those changes to cater everything. So let's suppose this week, it may be
mhm,
it may be I raise the flag like there is a missing requirement, or maybe client feels that okay, I need an extra thing. So let's
mhm,
suppose I have two cameras in my mobile phone. Right now, client is thinking like, okay, Rahul, I need another camera over there.
mhm,
So it's like it can be both ways. Even you can ask them, even they can find out, okay, we need another thing. So that is a separate issue. But the thing is, let's suppose you fix this week, I'm going to work on that. But
mhm,
right now, client is asking you, Rahul, there's an urgent requirement. I need a separate thing. You need
mhm,
to reprioritize all the things. So
mhm.
you need to manage those changes. Like
Okay.
client, your team is already on their way. This is the midway of the or almost this is going to be end of this week.
Okay.
Now client is telling you, Rahul, you have 2 days. I mean, you can consider half of the days cover, but yes, you have 1.5 days. So in this 1.5 days, I need this kind of things to be end. But think about that, your team is already focused, they already covered whatever they're supposed to do,
Mhm.
and they are planning to enjoy their Friday, but you are there with the new requirement. So you have
Yes.
to manage the situation. So that is all about change management. I will tell you, I will explain you how companies are generating revenues through this, but
Mhm.
not today.
Okay, got it.
All right. So today, what we are supposed to discuss? Today, we are going to discuss business analyst in terms of requirement gathering. So what is requirement, guys? Requirement, there are various types of requirement. Fundamentally, there are two types of requirements are there: functional requirement and non-functional requirement. So what is functional requirement? Guys, am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible.
Yes, you are audible.
So what is functional requirement? Functional requirement are simple. They are just requirement mentioned by the client.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I need this, I need this, I need this, blah, 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 ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. But the trickiest part is non-functional requirement. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Non-functional requirement is the expectations. Okay. So now let's suppose you are purchasing some potatoes in supermarkets. Okay. Through supermarket. Now you are expecting, not you are purchasing a paper bag. A shopkeeper should provide you a paper bag, right, to carry those potatoes, right?
Yes.
You are expecting that, but you are not purchasing that. Make sense? In the
Yes.
same way, this is your non-functional requirement. What is functional requirement? You are asking for potatoes, you are purchasing for that, that is fine. But what you are expecting, that whenever you're developing a system, the system has to be virus free, that has to be, I mean, phishing free, like that. The system has to be speedy. This kind of expectations a client is having. They are not going to mention that, but yes, this is the expectations. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. So, how are we, like, these are the non-functional requirements. So, how are we going to know that this is what is expected from
Yes.
us?
Here comes your domain knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, in the first day, I asked you, is the domain knowledge is important or not? Yes, domain knowledge
Yes.
is somehow important. Maybe, see, the thing is, you can consider it's 60% required and 40% not required. But if you have 16% knowledge, then this non-functional requirements are very easy to deal with, because you have some knowledge, you know how what kind of things our clients are going to expect. Makes sense?
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Yes. Now, there are, of course, if you go through, or your, let's suppose how I'm going to deal with the fresher guys. So whenever any fresher guys are there, I'm not going to take some chances to present in front of any client, so that my client, they can miss the client, at the same time they will be in the pressure. No, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send the fresher guy with the experienced one, so that both of the parties should learn. At the end of the day, or maybe after a week or maybe a month, I will ask the experienced person how you're judging the fresher guy. Make sense?
Yeah, makes
So
sense.
that the fresher guy should
Yes.
learn a bit, at the same time they can deal with their clients, right? So in
Yeah.
this way they can learn how, what are the non-functional requirements or something like that. Okay, but if you go through, your manager will help you out. If you find, okay, can you please list me out like three or four five any non-functional requirements or something like that, obviously everybody is there, they can help you out. Else, if you have any experienced developer in your team, okay, then I mean, the deal is done. I mean, you have covered the 50% of it. You don't need to mention the fresh experienced guy. They will do it by you, by them. I mean, by themselves only. Makes sense.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
when a client comes into picture and he sees, you said you've already mentioned that you will be putting inexperienced guy with an experienced guy to like
Hmm.
make him learn the
Hmm.
things.
Yes.
But if is there any scenario wherein a new fresher is being introduced to a client and he has to get the uh
Usually, I avoid this situation.
okay, yeah,
Usually, I avoid this situation. If there is no experienced guy, I'm
mm,
going to go there with a fresher one,
okay, got it.
because it's going to be the C. I cannot take chances, because end of the day, client is God, right?
Yeah,
So I cannot take chances with the client. At the same time, I cannot put pressure to the fresher guy, because that person may be joined today, and from day one I'm going to push him in front of client, in front of a tiger. So this is not a good deal.
got it.
Yes. So industries are working like that. So don't worry about it. You are going to get some time. I'm not going to mention the ample amount of time, but
Mhm.
yes, you will get some time to cope up with it, to settle down. Of course, you will get the time, but yes, survival, or you can consider the performance, it's up to you. How you are going to perform, that is your capability. How you're learning things, that is your capability. How, see, the new thing is, I mean, not the new thing, like every domain is different to each other. Let's suppose right now, maybe today, whenever I'm going to get some time, I'm going to study about some insurance related thing, because my next project is insurance, in insurance domain. But to be honest, I don't have any knowledge as such knowledge in insurance domain. Whatever knowledge I have regarding a normal insurance buyer, that is the only knowledge I have. But being a software development team, being a business analyst, I should have a minimum knowledge. So I'm going to go through some of the things, because next Monday I have some meetings. So yes, I'm going to generate some knowledge about that. So the thing is, the learning process should always be up. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Now, what is the importance of requirement gathering? We discussed quite a bit. Now, I'm asking this question so that I can learn, or I can come to a conclusion how much you guys are learning from me. Whatever things we discussed so far from session 1, session 2, now it's half of session 3. Now tell me, what is the importance of requirement gathering?
Requirement gathering is very important because you will be playing as a bridge between the development team and the client. So whatever the client says, if you take the right type of, like, you're documenting it, you can put in front of the development team. You can lay down, these are the requirements from the client, so that
Mhm.
they'll get to know and they can do justice to the, like, whatever the requirement is, like, towards the client. So that's
Okay.
what I understand from requirement gathering. So
Okay.
we have to be proactive, so that we know what exactly the client needs, so that there is no mess up by the end of the day, and they get
Okay.
a very good, like, whatever they are looking for, the app or the
Okay.
portals.
Understood. Let me give you a perfect example that is coming in my mind right now. So,
Mm-hmm.
who is the best cook among you two guys?
Who is the best?
Cook.
I won't say I'm the best, but yeah, I am cooking for the past 10 years. That's
Okay,
all I.
so now tell me, I'm going to be your guest for maybe tomorrow for tomorrow lunch.
Mm-hmm.
What are the things you are going to cook for me? This is your project. This is your task. You have to cook something for me. What are the things you are going to cook?
Okay, generally when we have friends over here, what we do is
Mhm.
we'll ask what they like before. Most of the time
Okay.
nowadays, like we cook less, but we order
See,
more. So
you
it
are
starts.
gathering requirement. You are gathering
Yes.
requirement. Okay.
So
So now,
we just gather these things from them. So what they like, if they have
mm-hmm.
kids, they what
No,
would they
if
like?
let's suppose I'm telling you, okay, cook whatever you want to. I will
Mhm,
have it. Don't
mhm.
worry.
So that means I have to. uh, what did you say? You just said that the non-functional expectations come into picture. I have to guess and I have to know the domain, how they.
Yes, now it's coming the guesswork, right?
Yeah.
That is a really bad thing for your project. So now let's suppose you are cooking chicken.
Mm-hmm.
What if I am a pure vegetarian? It's completely a mess, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that is the importance of requirement gathering. So whenever you are expecting some guest, you should know whether your guest is vegetarian or not, whether your guest is having some allergic things or not. Let's suppose um I'm cooking some seafood and my guest is having some allergy with those seafoods.
Yes.
Make
Got it.
sense? So
Yes.
yes, that is the importance of requirement gathering. Without requirement gathering, if you are doing some guesswork, this is 1,000% sure you are going to miss this project. Okay? Any questions, doubt,
Okay.
concerns so far?
No.
All right. So now it comes to the way or the techniques of requirement gathering sessions. So what are the techniques involved in requirement gathering sessions? See, there are many techniques involved over there. Whenever you are in front of your client, nobody will ask you, Rahul, follow process number one, Rahul, follow process number two. There is no thumb rule. There is nothing like that. Okay. There are many ways to handle it. Like end of the day, you have to ask questions, right? Whatever doubt you have, you have to ask questions, and with the return, you have to gather some informations, right? So don't you
Yes.
think this is a process
Yes.
of interview?
Yes, it's somewhat similar to the interview wherein
Interview. So
we are.
interview is a one kind of a process of requirement gathering. There are many process like brainstorming. You know, do you know what is brainstorming process?
Brainstorming is like making them give the answer. So it's a process of.
Yes. Why why only should I think? You guys also should think, right? Use your brain, like stakeholder management, stakeholder engagement. It's not management, it's engagement, to be honest. Yes, you have to engage your stakeholders. Now guys, I think I already explained what do I mean by stakeholder.
Yes, everyone in the company is
Yes,
a stakeholder.
yes. So the thing is, you have to engage everyone. How you can do that?
By
Brainstorming.
making them, yeah, by brainstorming.
Yes, yes. Share a piece of paper. Now write down your ideas. What you think about it, right? So there are many ways. End of the day, what your manager is, what your manager is expecting. What is the expectation from you? End of the day, you have to gather the requirement. If you have developed your own way, please handle that. If you have your new way, new techniques, please do that. There is no harm to that. But end of the day, your manager is expecting you're going to gather some quality requirement. Make sense?
Yes. So one more
Yes.
question, Rahul. So in you have a lot of experience. So in the ever faced a scenario wherein when you are gathering the information from the client and the client is not is pissed off, or he is giving less of information.
Yes, this is one of the challenges of a business analyst. See, the thing is, maybe, see, you are going to meet your client, right? So maybe your client is having a terrible day. He's having lots of pressure. He's maybe messed up his one of the work. He's having rough word from his manager and terrible day. Now, if you're expecting your client will be sugar coated, so that is it's not going to be happen, right? So this kind of things, whenever you're interacting with human beings, you have to keep in your mind that okay, you are interacting with human beings, not any robot, that they are going to be uniform throughout. No, they are human beings. They will behave. Sometimes they will be down, sometimes they will be up. So this kind of things can be happen. But the thing is, what you have to keep in your mind that okay, maybe we are scheduling a call today. Maybe you are expecting okay, I have lots of questions. I have maintained a survey. Like okay, I have maintained a questionnaires. Like okay, these are the questions I'm going to ask my client. But I feel my client is pretty much down because his or her health. So I can let her go. I will maintain a quality relationship with my client, of course, professional relationship with my client. I'm not going to do anything with him or her, but next day, whenever I'm going to meet him or her, I will make sure that 1 hour call should extend till my questions clear. Make sense? It's
Yes.
nothing like you need that requirement that is 100% correct. It's nothing like you can push your client, okay, I need to get it done. Please, I don't know whatever your health is, but you need to answer me these questions. Maybe that person will answer you that day, but he's
Mhm.
going to have a wrong impression of you.
Yeah, got it.
Yes. So behave
So
like that.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, got it. So when we are in front of the client, so we already have a questionnaire prepared. What are we going to ask the client?
See,
That's
this can be happened in the second or third meeting. Whenever you are going to face your client the first time,
mm-hmm.
even you are going to be a blank paper, you don't have
Yes.
anything in front of you, your
Mm-hmm.
client is going to share lots of things, you are going to only gather. You have to
Okay.
come back to your office or you have to come back to your home, and now you have to think, okay, these are the things he shared, but
Mm-hmm.
what kind of questions I can ask him? Like, what is the problem? What kind of things? You have to think about it now and then. This is the job of a business analyst.
Got it.
You have to make your requirement perfect. Make sense?
Yes, Rahul. Thank you.
Okay. So this were okay. Now elicitation techniques. Elicitation means requirement gathering. Okay. So now there are another types of requirements are there. I forget about it to mention. So based on that, we do have three types of documentations, the pillar of documentations. So first is business requirement, second is functional requirement, third is software specification requirement. Okay, so what is this three types of requirement? And we do have associated documents with that. We will cover those things in the documentation sessions. So what is that? First, let's suppose first the client is telling Rahul, let's suppose with the payment domain work or payment domain example, let's suppose Rahul, my Swift payment is not working. So my business requirement is I have to fix the Swift payment of my client, right?
Yes.
Yes, so that is the business requirement. Next comes the functional requirement. So functional requirement is okay, first step is go to the portal. Second step is log into the portal. Third step is you have to go to the API and all those things. Like stepwise, you have to follow the functions. How the functional is it's going to work. How these things are going to work. So this is your functional requirement. Make sense? This is a very important thing, guys. If you have any questions, anything, please let me know. This is the basics of requirements. First is business requirement. Business requirement is nothing but hardcore, high level requirement. Like, okay, my Swift payment is not working. Next is the functional requirement. To resolve solve this problem functionally, how it's going to work, how the Swift payment is working functionally. That is functional requirement. Make sense?
Yes.
The last but not the least, the most important thing, the software requirement. Okay, what is that? Software specification requirement is nothing but your technical requirement or technical problem. Here, your client is not associated with that. This is your internal assessment. Okay, client needs to fix the Swift payment. Now, we already know what are the process from the functional requirement, what are the functionality that's going to be impacted, or functionally how it's going to work. Now, as we are a technical team, we do have with us our maybe subject matter experts we have. So now let's discuss how we are going to resolve the problem. Based on that, you have to prepare a document. The document is called Software Requirement Specification, SRS. Okay, and the requirement is Software Specification Requirement. Make sense? What's going to be there? That technical problem. How we are going to deal with that particular issue technically. Make sense?
What is SRS?
Yes.
Software specification requirement.
Yes.
Okay.
So now the thing is, software specification requirement, there is no involvement of the client. Client is not going to share those things to you. You have to develop things from your technical team or your internal assessment through your internal team.
Mhm.
If a functional requirement, you can consider 50-50, client is going to help you out, but more or less, I never see client is going to focus on the functional requirement, but yes, client will focus on the business requirement or business requirement documents. They will go through that document, and they are least bothered about the other two documents. But yes, you have to prepare those things. We will discuss it how to prepare, how to deal with those kind of documents later on in our later on sessions. I mean the next sessions. But today, the three types of requirement we have. First is business requirement, functional requirement, and software specification requirement. Is it making sense, guys?
Yes. So, one more question regarding this, Rahul. So in these three requirements which you have mentioned, so one is a hardcore requirement, which you said the Swift payment requirement is coming from the client. So
Yeah,
in when the business requirement comes, so there are two parties involved, that is the client and the business analyst, right?
yeah, yes,
So no one
yes.
else.
No,
So when the functional requirement comes into picture, who all are there? Still the client and
it's
the
still the
business.
client and the business analyst. Yes,
So when the third one comes, the software specification, then the development team comes into picture between
yes,
you and the development team, right? Right?
yes,
The
yeah.
client is not involved in that.
No, client is strictly not involved over there. See, end of the day, you're developing the product for your client, right? But I have seen only 10% of the client who wants to be involved over there, though they are not going to be involved in the meeting, but they
Mhm.
wants to know how you're going to resolve the problem. And those 10% clients are very much trickiest clients
Okay.
because those clients are having some technical knowledge with them. You know what? Um, there is a term called, I mean, lesser education is very much harmful. Whenever you
Mhm.
have less educated person in your team, you are the most difficult team. So whenever you have a client who is having some knowledge about technicalities, so they will
Mhm.
use their brain twice or thrice, I mean, more than you, and you have to deal with them. And that is a very challenging work. Okay.
So you.
You maybe face 10% of your project with this kind
Mhm.
of mentality. But
Mhm.
yes, as a business analyst, you have to deal with your client. You have to keep your mind open.
Okay. So that means you say that in some scenarios, the in the third requirement, there can be some like brainy
They are
clients
not
which can
supposed
come
to
to
be.
picture.
They are
Mhm.
not supposed to be, but they sometimes 10% clients they will be. Why we are allowing to do that? Because they are paying for that. They have the right. We are going to share those documents to you, and they will ask, Rahul, why you're following this? Why don't you following this? This kind of question they will ask. Those are silly questions. Those are time passing questions. They will just wash up your time, nothing else. All right. Any further questions, doubt, concerns? Okay. I'm taking it as a no. Now, documentation best practice, I already discussed with you. Now, one thing I need to mention over there. Now, see, the thing is, this business analyst profile somehow related to some legal activities. What is that? This is not related to only business analyst profile. This is related to every corporate profile. Whenever you're working in a corporate positions, you have to follow some decorums. You have to follow some rules. What is that? So being a business analyst, whatever steps you are taking, every steps involves some financial aspects, right? Okay. Maybe whatever steps you are following, what are the process you are following, if it is not working, there are some process or there are some money involved over there, right? Let's suppose you are asking your team to follow way number one, but after some time you find, okay, way number one is not going to be possible. You have to go to alternative way number two. So now you have spent a fair bit of time in way number one. You already lose some of your manpower, right, over there. So you already lose some time. So yes, whenever you are taking some decisions, why you are taking those decisions, who ask you to take those decisions, everything has to be documented. Make sense? Guys, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. All right. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yes. So the thing is, especially the change request or change management, this kind of things, I have seen lots of clients in the critical positions, they're denying the situation. Okay, I never asked Rahul to do this. I faced multiple times. I mean, in my 13 years of career, maybe 50 times, 100 times, I have seen clients are denying through that because of what? Maybe, do you know how companies are earning? Companies are earning through change request only. Let me tell you on one example. One of the project I executed, let's suppose the project budget was something around 100 bucks. Initially, we decided, okay, this project is going to be 100 bucks project. It ended up around 300 bucks. Clients usually avoid those things, but there are some protocols to follow. That is the thing. The best practice is the documentations. Whenever there is any kind of communication is happening, any kind of instruction is coming, anything, any decisions you are taking, please note it somewhere. Especially not it's going to be a hard copy. Maintain some soft copy, maybe in your laptop, in your system, in your mobile, or somewhere else. That okay, maybe in your mail. That okay, so and so persons ask me to do this, and this is the impact is going to be. So that is why I'm following this.
So
Make
Rahul,
sense?
one question regarding that is, so if you said that you have documented whatever the client asks for and sometimes the client denies, how
Mm-hmm.
are we going to counter that? Because
Yes,
yeah.
I was coming to that. So the thing is, there are lots of ways to do that. Now, what we are doing a recorded sessions, right? This meeting is recorded. So yes, you can arrange your recorded sessions, so nobody can deny that. That's the first thing. Second thing is in the pre-COVID condition, what I used to do is with that point of time I used to meet my clients physically. So I used to take physical signature in the documents, right?
Okay.
You can send them a confirmation mail. This is
Mm-hmm.
the official thing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
once they are not replying to that, once they are not answering to that, that means they are acknowledging those things.
Okay.
Okay,
Got it.
so
Yeah.
yes, this kind of things you can follow. Any questions, guys?
No, that's it. That's good enough.
All right. Now, the main part, that is we already discussed the validation part, right? How to validate those things. Yes, you can take some signature, you can take some email confirmation, or you can send those emails. Nowadays, Teams chat, you can consider it's official, but WhatsApp chat is not an official thing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't communicate with your client without permission through your company. out of company's scenario, like don't go any client chat with your mobile phone, text message, or anything in WhatsApp, because it's a non I mean, it's not official documentation, so please don't avoid this kind of things. All right, risk management. Okay, so here, now you guys should answer how risk is involved with requirement gathering. Risk is involved with requirement. How?
As you mentioned earlier, that during the risk, like in the risk management, when we are like during the requirement management, we can miss out something, or the client
Mhm,
may not proactively provide something. We
mhm,
have to understand the domain and
mhm,
all you told me. So those
mhm.
are the factors which can come into, which can be taken into consideration while risk management comes into picture.
Yes. See, the thing is, your project success is depending on you. How efficiently you're gathering your requirement. Okay. Your requirement has to be clean. Your requirement has to be complete, and your requirement has to be efficient. Right. If you covered this three scenarios, there is not going to be risk. It's going to be a zero risk. But yes, your project success is depending on you, and this requirement gathering is the first step, and it can be the last step of the project if you are not doing it properly. So yes, high risk is involved over there. You have to be so sure about that. Every step you are taking, you should take some official confirmation through your client that okay, these are the things I'm taking. Is it enough? Can we do that? This kind of things. So yes,
So, what are
risk
the
is
scenarios wherein you have to take permission? If you can elaborate more on that.
not
Mhm.
not permission but confirmation. So let's suppose client is asking me, Rahul, we so let's suppose whatever things we are discussing so far.
Mhm.
Okay, you have to take, okay, let me write down the thing and let's exchange over the email, and please confirm me through email. So you're taking some confirmations, right? So there is a zero risk because client is acknowledging that thing to you.
Mhm.
Now client is asking me, Rahul, can you please design me a web page for me, so I need this blah blah things are there. So I'm understanding those things, but I need a confirmation from him. Okay, whatever things I have gathered, I mean, pinpoint or 100% I'm sure those things are correct. How
Mhm.
I'm going to do that? So I'm going to write down, or I'm going to draw a rough sketch on that, and I'm going to ask, please confirm me whether you're asking this or not. So this is a very positive thing. Whenever you're sharing your client a wireframe, this hand sketch is called wireframe. So these days we are not doing it by hand. We do have software, so we are taking some help with the software. Okay, one
Mhm.
of the software name is Balsamic.
Balsamic.
Yes, Balsamic is there. There is Figma. So you can use, these are quite user friendly. You can easily, you should, I mean, you can easily learn how to use those things. So yes, there are multiple softwares out there. These days we are not drawing anything. These things are called wireframing. So now let's suppose you are my client. You are asking me, Rahul, I need a web page for my business. It will be like this, like this, like this. So you're designing a page in front of her, and I'm going to design a page in front of you guys, and I'm going to show you through my tab or through my iPad. Okay, now see, please confirm me. Are you asking this? Now said, okay, this is quite a bit. Now can you move this portion to the below and below portion to the up? I mean, make shift this to this, here to there. You can move around. So I can do that immediately. Whenever it's doing that, you are taking confirmation. Okay, this is fine, right? So can I design these things, this web page? It will say yes. So please confirm me through email. So yes, this kind of things are there. You can confirm them by sitting over there, or you can do the same process after coming back to your home or coming back to your office. You can follow the same way.
So,
Make sense?
Rahul, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
Rahul, how do you project that in front of them? What is the like? What sort of app is used to show them that this is what you want? What do you use for that?
Okay, so first of all, I already mentioned a name. The name is
Wireframing.
sorry.
Wireframing.
Yes, wireframing. Wireframing is the process.
Okay, process.
Wireframing is the process, and the tool name is, you can consider Balsamic, you can consider Figma, anything. It's
Figma,
up to you.
right?
Yes, Figma, Figma.
Okay, thank you so much.
Beta version is free for all, so you can use the beta version. That is fine.
Okay.
All right. So this is the thing. Continuous improvement. What is continuous improvement? Just I discussed the continuous improvement over there. Like, you have to show your client, okay, are you expecting this? My client will say no. Can you just shift a bit? Maybe the web page length is going to be increased, maybe
Mm-hmm.
this diagram is going to be large. So continuous improvement, there should be.
Mm-hmm.
Requirement is something like that. Nowadays, these days, requirement are, every day it's revolving, every day is evolving, every day there is a new challenges, every day there are new requirement is coming up. So the change required is getting increase, and your job is getting increased. Okay, so yes, continuous improvement is going to be there. And that's it for your requirement gathering things. Again, I'm repeating it, guys, in terms of conclusion. This requirement gathering is going to be the backbone of your project. Please pay your attention over here. Please, it's not the thing that you can learn, you can be a successful business analyst by gathering everything from day one. No, it's not possible.
Mm-hmm.
Frankly speaking, it's practically not possible. What you need to do is, you need to bring your third eye. What is that? You need to use all of your senses. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you need
Mm-hmm.
to open your third eye and you need to know, okay, ask question. That is the only way you can survive in the initial days. Okay, initial days, I mean, whenever, let's suppose for the insurance domain, whenever I'm going to work, this will be my initial days, so I'm going to ask lots of questions to my clients, right? So please do that. Please do that whenever professionally you are starting your work. Please do that. Please ask lots of questions to the client, then only you will come to know what is the actual requirement.
Got
Make
it.
sense?
Yes. So, one more question regarding the requirement gathering. So, this SRS specification on all. So, how do we, is it a document sort of thing which we
See,
make?
these are the requirement, and we do have associated documents with that.
Okay.
Okay, we will discuss those documents separately in our next session, and I'm going to share you some of the sample documents you can consider,
Mm-hmm.
so that you will come to know how to deal with those kind of things.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so see, the thing is, maybe the document is going to be 13 pages documents, 14 pages documents. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
more or less the main part, maybe the 3 page or 4 page max to max. These are the more, I mean, the importance and important part of those documents. Else, the other documents are just, I have to fill those pages. That is why I put it over there. It's like that.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So okay, we are missing someone. Okay, Rishi is not there. All right. So thank you, guys. Thanks for your time. I'm going to share the recording. I'm going to share the, already I shared the PDF file with you. Please go through that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Utilize your weekend. I'm going to share the recording before the weekend so that you can go through. Please
Mm-hmm.
bring some
Okay.
questions for me, and it is an
Mhm.
indicator that you guys are doing your homework. I'm not assigning any homework to you, but you guys needs to be attentive. At the same time, you guys needs to be covered those parts what we already discussed, so that next day we can start fresh. Make sense?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Have a
Rahul,
nice
one
day.
question.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry
yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
So
No
how
problem, no problem. Tell me.
so how do we get the recordings? Because you
I'm
mentioned that.
going to share. I'm going to share in the email. Don't worry
Okay,
about it.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Maybe see, the thing is, the challenge is to share those things through email. See, because it is going to be a huge file. 1 hour meeting is a huge size of recording. I'm going to
So,
try to put it in the email. If
mhm.
it is not possible, I'm going to upload in the drive. I'm going to share the link with you.
So
Don't worry
is it
about it.
possible that if you send the PD, like generally there is a black box AI which converts into a summary. So if you are, I don't know whether that will work on this, but I usually do that.
I don't think so because I have to share you the recording itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me see what kind of things I can manage. Of course, I
Mm.
will do that. Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much, Rahul.
All right. Thank you guys.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah. Bye.